Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's week 11 of this college football season, and our coverage on EA Sports continues. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bulldogs offense as they take control of the football first. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Finds his tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He's got him. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season, and these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circle.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a fourth down conversion. And the Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. They'll keep it on the ground. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to the well. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. It's complete to the right. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And you see these so much more in college football now. Decisions on fourth down. Listen, when it's
College
fourth and
football,
short, and you got a chance to establish yourself, especially physically at the line of scrimmage, field goals are great, but touchdowns win games. And so this first drive, man, assert yourself, be physical, get this fourth down.
Well, you're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, fourth down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive away as there's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to him on the ground. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21. A methodical, relentless, somewhat demoralizing opening drive for the defense as they've just moved the ball down the field. Now it's 3rd and short. Unloads to the right. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
and you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football, you come in on the first drive, and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Edwards. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season.
Caught, and he's got room. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the change, but there is a man still down on the field. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Again, it's Russell. Oh, they're after him. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. Touchdown, Bulldogs. The defense putting points on the board.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Fires complete on the crosser. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Russell. He'll throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, I think this quarterback just has to be careful with his decision-making. Yes, he's one of the most talented guys in the country, but early in this game, we're now seeing him throw the ball into double coverage. He's very lucky that one wasn't picked off.
He didn't quite make it to the sticks, and it'll bring up a 4th down from the 42. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Wanting to move the chains, here comes Alabama on 4th. Gets the back moving. Again, it's Russell. Quarterback extends the play. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that.
Might have a chance. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Throwing Russell. Here comes the heat. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Caught in the backfield, it's Bell. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. On the ground, it's Crosby. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Fires to the middle. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player for the Tide. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The give on the counter. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Finds his man. It's Jenkins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Keelan Russell heaves it deep. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Yeah, this guy's racist.
He's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Pulls it in with one hand.
Man, what great concentration by the big fella. And you see he pulls it in. What a spectacular one-handed grab.
Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. How about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Taylor wants to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He splits the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give on the option. Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Punt is on its way. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
So now it's 2nd and long. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Russell. Under fire. He's got him this time. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. Now the Tide uses its 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. He wants to throw it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games, and you're seeing it potentially happen here. It was critical the offense was able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half and good things happen, this game takes on a completely different feel.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. On the delay, it's Crosby. Got room at the 35. Good game there. Picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
To the air on first down. That's reeled in. It's Bell. Final timeout taken by the Bulldogs. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Scott. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Guys, I was able to catch up with Coach DeBoer at the half. He is very pleased with his defense right now. As you know, this quarterback that they're facing has got so much hype and so much attention, but they have been able to contain him in the first half. They get the ball here to start the second. We'll see if this defense can keep up that same momentum and shut down that quarterback here in the third. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback will keep it. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Throwing Russell. Quickly out to the tight end. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Coleman. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Russell. Makes the catch. It's Edwards. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. They'll have to get it to the 37 on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Clock stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last 1st down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Keelan Russell gets it out quickly. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He's got his man, makes the grab. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Motion from the back. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The freshman running back being attended to. We hope he's able to get back in the game shortly. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Touchdown, Bama! With that, they grab the lead here in the 2nd half. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. So as soon as they step on the field here in the 3rd quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Taylor wants to throw it. Complete. He'll have enough to give Mississippi State a 1st down. That's why you want to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. It lets you beat a blitz. It lets you get a 1st down.
And that makes me think, do I want a blitz? How do I leave him open? Because they keep dumping it off to the running back and having success. I'm going to think twice about bringing the blitz. Nice read by the QB. Nice job by the running back getting some extra yards and getting the 1st down.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
And the Bulldogs have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll leave it with the lone back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Really nice job by this defense. 1st down was not successful. They get the 2nd and short. And those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it. But they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a 3rd down.
The Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Here's a little room there. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for space. It's Crosby. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Scott. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Gives it on the option. Got enough for the 1st. Maybe a crease. You want to talk about changing field position. A huge play takes it down to the 37. You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Riley. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Running into the open space. Looks like Alabama will pick up the 1st down.
Really put an offensive possession together here that's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to watch them own the line of scrimmage, be physical. In this area of the field, this is what they call the fringe, right outside the red zone. It's kind of your last opportunity to take shots, take advantage of the extended space on the field before you get cramped in the red zone. So I look for this offense to be aggressive.
Send the tight end in motion. Grab behind the line. It's Lindsey. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Russell. Right down the middle. Makes a connection. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short, and teams want to make their move in the rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. To the air, it's Russell. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. They'll try to move on from that 1st down play. 2nd and goal from the 12. Again, it's Russell. Fires to the tight end. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. And the Tide answer.
Man, this is wild late in the game. We're seeing two heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Bounced off his feet.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down.
Man, so nice to have a QB. When you need him, in the moments, can get those big 3rd down conversions with his legs. He does it here. He showed you the wheels some today, but a nice...
Finding some room. Makes it past the marker. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They move on top here in the 4th. The Bulldogs answer right back with a score of their own. And he knocks it through, and the lead is a field goal here in the 4th quarter.
I mean, talk about hard to stop. Like, so many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football, because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these that are just weapons of mass destruction.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Complete to start this drive. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Throwing Russell. Unleashes one. With the catch, it's Scott. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Alabama pushing the tempo.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time, because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Right back to the well. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. Russell on play action. Just a little off. Incomplete. We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player for the Tide. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off the RPO, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth-quarter lead. Touchdown time! And they moved out front here in the fourth. The Tide answers back.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Pocket breaking down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Well, if that last incompletion's any indicator, it's going to be hard to convert this fourth and short coming up. You're trailing late in the game. You've got to come up with a big completion, but where are you going to go? Where's your best matchup here on this next critical down?
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
The most important thing running the ball there on fourth down is you get the first, the game clock stops for a second. You still have one timeout in your back pocket that you've got to be able to use here, trailing late to win this game.
The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking.
The name of the game right now is getting yards and getting them in chunks. However you want to do that. I'm fine running the football, but you've got to be more productive than what we've seen on these last two plays.
Flips it out in the flat. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Taylor wants to throw. There were serious revolutions on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
And I don't know what happened at halftime, but man, did this defense play night and day different. They got it together, and really, they gave so much momentum to their offense by continuing to get stops, playing totally different with energy, with passion. Palmer, it's a clinic from first half to second half to what this defense just did.
Yeah, kudos to the coaching staff, too, for the adjustments they were able to make at halftime. And showing a couple of different looks here in the second half, but at the end of the day, it's about the Jimmies and the Joes.